everyone, and welcome back for Bloodshields, Episode 3. Pardon me, last time we had just sort of established all the main critical parts of our base. Our farm is up and running, our trade depot is about to build here. I'm just going to unpause this while I talk, since there's a lot of stuff to go. I think my miners are bored. Sorry, let me find something for my miners to do. But anyway, yeah, there's not a whole ton going on yet. It's still a pretty simple fortress. I'm going to dig out room to get some crafts going in a craft workshop, although I don't actually have a crafter yet. But hopefully that will come soon. Hopefully the migrant wave will hit relatively shortly and have enough migrants in it, that I can set one up as a full-time rock crafter, stone crafter, and also have one who is a part-time brewer. I don't need a full-time brewer yet, I don't think, but I would like to do some brewing soon. And then other than that, probably haulers and things, but we shall see. I do find Dwarf Fortresses kind of like this, where I have these, over time I get these like hectic moments of I need to plan and assign and designate and build a million different things, and then I have some downtime where there's nothing going on for a little while. My farmer is bored and my mason is bored. Oh, mason, I will give you things to do. You have things to do. I'm just going to fill you up to make sure you have... Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to do it this way. What do I need? What do I need? Maybe I'll start building out bedrooms. So I'm going to need 6 rock doors. I'm going to need 6 rock coffers plus another 2 because I want to put 2 in the administrator's room. I'm just going to build 6 rooms, 6 bedrooms to start with. So I'm going to get 8 rock coffers. I'm going to do 8 rock cabinets as well, and that should keep everybody busy for just now. Oh, I do so love having a manager. It's so much better than trying to deal with all that stuff. It's basically to manage it myself. I'll make a dwarf manage it. I feel like I should have some music going or something like that, but then I run into all kinds of... Hey, migrants! Then I run into all kinds of issues with like copyright and stuff. I mean, certainly I could look up some not open source, but whatever you call it, open license music, but maybe for later. So, like I've said in the past, this is great because now, like I said, these guys, they show up down here. Oh good, I've even got a stone crafter. Alright, you can be a crafts dwarf. You, farmer, can be a hauler. Really? That's all I got was two dwarves? Well, that's an unfortunate migrant wave. So you stop hauling things. No, I lied. You keep hauling things. But you are a brewer. Okay. I'm not going to have him do it. I'm going to have him do it. He's actually got some brewing. Well, how'd you look at that? Okay. Not that that one little spot matters, but... so I'm going to dig out a little bit of room here for me to put a still in and get a little bit of brewing going. And then I think I already built the crafts dwarf. I did. Crafts dwarf workshop. So this, I'm actually going to build a stone stockpile here. And this, because it's crafts dwarves and is close to them, this is actually going to be all the other stone. It's going to be all the not, except, whoops, except adamantine. I don't want him using that for anything, but everything else is fine. So over time, my haulers will drag it all there, and then it'll be nice and close for, pardon me, for my crafts dwarf to use. I'm actually going to cut out this hallway the way it's supposed to be anyway, so he's got a slightly shorter path as well to the stone. I'm not going to use the manager for this because I pretty much just want him going non-stop. But so there's that. That should be good. I will have a bunch of trade goods soon. That might be perfect actually. Hopefully I can have some stuff in time for the caravan. And I'm going to build 9 cage traps just to sort of get the basics in play. I don't really want anything getting in my base. So that will be good. I should have enough cages and things like that by now anyway. This stuff is all good. Build a workshop. Where is a still? Out of bauxite. Sure. I don't know if I can turn bauxite into aluminum. I don't think so. It doesn't show up under metal ores. But I'm pretty sure in modern times that's where we get most of our aluminum. It takes a ton of electricity or something to refine it though. I don't really know a lot about it, but it's something like that. Let's make 30 drinks. Yeah, that should be good. Oh, let's start making. Did we start making bedrooms? No, we didn't. Okay. Dig out bedrooms. Don't dig out too many bedrooms. All right. So I'm gonna get some bedrooms going. I'll probably get a whole floor fairly quickly here. But it'd just be nice to have. You know, my dwarves are all pretty happy right now, but. I'd rather keep them happy. Sorry. I'd rather keep them happy than get them all upset and have to deal with it after. Oh. I don't have enough barrels. Nope, I don't want cabinet. That's wrong. I want some wood bins as well. So my carpenter's going to be really busy for the next little bit. Not making cages, so hopefully there aren't enough cages at the moment. But I suspect that there probably are. Some mechanisms and doors. Nobody's bored. All right, at this point, it's just wait and see. Unfortunately, I only got 2 migrants. I'm actually surprised. That's I believe all of the migrant waves are dynamic now, so it depends on what kind of what kind of wealth you've generated and things like that. Whereas I believe in the past, the first 2 I think it was the first 2 migrant waves were fixed. You'd more or less always get however many dwarves, I don't even know, but I think that stuff used to be set, but now it isn't. But yeah, I would like some more dwarves, of course. I would like some haulers more than anything is what I need right now. Some people set to, bring all this wood indoors so that my carpenter doesn't have to travel to get wood. Which he might not. There might be some wood. Well, not much. And stuff like that. It's so much better if that stuff just doesn't have to happen. I'm going to clean this out, what I just scheduled, so that he can, instead of running around the edge here, he can just run through the middle. It's kind of a minor detail, but whatever. It's one of those things. 'Cause yeah, see there, he just the carpenter just took off to go above ground and find wood. So 2. Wooden cages is complete. Oh, good. So now I can start making barrels for drink. Oh, good. What's my rock guy doing? Coffers and cabinets. Ah, yes, right, the bedroom. They did. Alright. So I do have a quick fort template for the build portion of bedrooms, but for some reason I was having a lot of trouble with them lately, where sometimes they'll work and a lot of times they won't. No, I don't want a bed. I want paved road. Yeah. Okay. Build the right things. And I don't know if it's partly because some of the stuff isn't available for them to... See there, it breaks on that for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why it keeps breaking on... Oops. I don't want a bed there. I don't know. Alright, I'll do it all manually. No, that's not what I want. Build. Cabinet. No. Build container. There we go. No, I don't have very many right now, so I'm just gonna build the beds. But anyway, Quick Fort, when it works, is fantastic. It can build out all this furniture for you. It can also build out... Oh, I wonder if that's what it is. Sorry, bear with me here. I'm going to see if I can get Quick Fort to work properly. Quick Fort, load my bedroom. Build. Oh. How do I set up? There's a way to set up Quick Fort in... maybe it's not Quick Fort, but there's stuff, I think it's in DF Hack, where you can set it up to go in like a queue mode, where you can actually designate a whole bunch of buildings that you don't have the materials for, and then it'll put those things in place as you get it. Yeah, it doesn't look like I have... Oh, planning mode. There it is. Planning mode. Min quality, decoration only, material filter. Yeah, I don't care about any of that. Quick Fort mode on. Paved road. Do it. Work this time. Although I don't have this stuff dug out, so I don't know if it's going to do quite the right thing anyway, but... no, it looks like it is doing very much the wrong thing. So I'm going to cancel it. I don't know. It is very possible that my blueprint is screwed up, although I'm fairly sure it's not. See, that's a cabinet, so that did the right thing. That's a cabinet. Whatever. I'm going to get rid of them and not do those. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Just an experiment, I guess. Quick Fort is wonderful when it works. For whatever reason, right now it's not cooperating with me. But it can be really nice. Again, when you're doing full floors like this, where I can just tell my miners, right now it's all slow, but it's nice a little bit later where I can, if I get a migrant wave in with like 15 dwarves in it or something, I can just tell my miners to dig an entire floor like this, and then designate all of the build at once. And even if I don't have the things, it'll queue it up, and then I can go through my manager and just tell it to build the right number of things so that the whole floor gets built. And once that's all done, it'll all just come and get put in place. And then there's actually a query version where I can set that up and it'll come through and it'll turn everything into bedrooms. You just don't have to worry about it, and it's great. It's doubly nice because I've had it working a few times where it'll even work on a partial like this. I don't have to have the whole floor dug out first. And then once you dig the rest of the floor out, you can just queue it again and it won't break anything. It will just add on top, and that's wonderful. I don't know why it isn't cooperating right now, whether my blueprints are haywire or maybe there's some issues with it with the newest version of Dwarf Fortress, or I'm not sure. But I don't want to try and fix it right now, on stream or whatever. So one of my dwarves is bored, two of my dwarves are bored, my miners are bored. Well, let us dig out I'm just going to dig out the entire textile area. Which seems silly because it's actually, I'm not going to have it running anytime soon. But I'll at least have storage space and I can build out the workshops. Having some of the workshops set up even though I'm not using them is a good idea, because then if one of your dwarves, what is this, the 90s? When one of your dwarves goes into a fey mood or a whatever you want to call them, any of the crazy moods, they will have the workshops available for them to claim and do whatever they want. Which isn't really that big of a deal. Dwarf Therapist will actually tell you what kind of mood it is, so whether it's a crafting mood or a metalsmith mood or a carpenter mood or whatever. You might look at that as cheating. I don't really care. I find it really annoying to figure out what kind of mood it is. And more often than not, I have all the workshops set up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Who is bored? Probably my administrator, or possibly nobody. Okay, this thing's lying to me. But yeah, so now we have more waiting to do. While these guys dig that out, and there's not a whole lot else going on. Let's see. We've still got rock stuff to do. Still got wood stuff to do. Lots of stuff to do. Okay. Is there something cancelled in there? Suspended. Granite door, bauxite door. Don't want you to be suspended. So I think suspend and cancel weren't on this list until just recently. So it's kind of cool that those are there now. I'm going to build some more beds. Oh. I don't have actual beds to build. So I'll tell him to build 10 beds. That's the planning mode from, I believe it's DF Hack that sets up the quick fort and the planning mode. Which again, like I said, is kind of neat because you can build that stuff out without actually having the things built, and then it'll figure it out as you go, or it'll set it up for you as you go. But now I can build bedrooms. Hey, look, this guy has a bed now. Mistim Augustukos. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not a dwarf. I would not pronounce any of that stuff right. Oh, they're married. Cool. So there's two dwarves in there. It's one less bedroom I need to worry about. So that's where we're at. Right now, I would really like to get some more migrants. It's going to be a while. I'm not going to get another migrant wave right away. I don't even know how often they come, every 2 seasons or something. So it'll be a little while, but I could definitely use some more haulers. But as you can see here, I've got some... Oh, I've got one full line of defenses now, which is great. I've got some crafts set up, so when... Does this work? Yeah, they can get to the edge of the map. Okay, good. So when the trade depot comes, I've got at least a little bit to trade. Normally what I get is leather and cloth, or food and drink, or some combination of those 4 in the first trade caravan. The cloth and leather is good for sort of starting out clothes and things. The leather especially if I get enough migrants to kickstart my military, which it doesn't look like I'm going to. Oh, I can see my wealth created now. I have no real idea what kind of numbers I need for what kind of migrants I want, but I'm not too worried about that right now. Yeah, really at this point it's just an issue of playing the waiting game, playing a little bit of maintaining things as we go. Oh, there's a quick save. Autumn. Which I think means the trade caravan should be coming soon. That thing up there says somebody's idling. My farmer. I don't care if my farmer idles. This is normal. If you click on it, it'll do that. So there's the whole place. It's not that big. But you know, there's a decent sort of central peak. Like I said before, I'm going to carve here away a little bit, and here away a little bit, up these edges, all the way down to sort of ground level. And then, actually some of this might all get carved away as well, over here. And then it will sort of be this freestanding tower, and this will just be these mountains that surround the sides, and then there will just be this freestanding, it'll only be 7, I think it's 7 levels. Or 6 levels, whatever. 7th level is the top. 6th level tower, just chilling in the middle of here. Some of this stuff won't get dug away here, because ultimately this will probably be where my military will get set up and stuff. I'll have some walls and fortifications around the whole thing, but especially around the front here. And some of this will get dug out to clear out some space. This can get moved a little bit. Or actually, I might dig that secret tunnel through here, or the wagon tunnel through here, and move the depot. But that's kind of the plan, the long-standing plan. You know, there's a lot of stuff like that I can work on. Eventually, I'd like to pull the moat over, and I'll actually build a moat all the way around. I believe I said before that in the super long run, I want to build like this glass cap on top of the tower, so that there's walls so that guys don't fall off, but there's also you know, a glass ceiling so that they don't get rained on and things like that. So I don't know if let me set up a zone here. What is it, N? No, I. I don't know, those guys are all hanging around in the cart, and it looks like maybe they're getting rid of a lot of the grass, and I don't know if it's maybe too much. I don't want them to start starving. So I'm going to move all of the grazing animals. Oh yeah, the yaks. Anyway, I'm going to move all the grazing animals up into this spot. And I'm going to get rid of here. I need to zoom back in. Sorry, I forgot I was zoomed way out. Dwarves were unable to complete the bed. Oh no. And this building can go... I don't need the wagon anymore. So that'll be a little bit more wood. I don't have a proper place, I think, to put the what is this stuff called? I've lost my mind. Bituminous coal. I need somewhere to put that, but wow, that's actually really hard to see where there's walls and where there isn't. It'll be better once it's smoothed, but right now this area is actually, this tile set is actually kind of annoying. Yeah, as soon as this is done, I'll dig out the metal area, and that's where fuel and stuff like that goes. So I'll actually have a place to store all the bituminous coal. And I really ought to build a metal smith's place, just to deal with to get the anvil put away, because I guess that can be stolen, and that can sort of mess you up, I guess, if your anvil's stolen. So I want to move goods. Oh, and here's a lovely thing. If you aren't used to DF hack, or the Dwarf Fortress starter pack or anything, I'm pretty sure it's part of DF hack that it comes in. But if I hold down Shift when I press enter on these, it automatically advances to the next one, and you can actually skip through and tell all these things to get moved very, very quickly. It is vastly superior to default built-in way. So yeah, that might take some time to get all that stuff moved. Through wood. That's all wood. My mason isn't doing anything. So I think my mason is going to get co-opted for trade good hauling just now. Oops. And he can help bring all that stuff up, because I would really like to trade a bunch of stuff. Oops. Is my administrator? Yeah, he does. Okay. Yeah, I really need some haulers. That's the main thing I need right now. I have found that getting decent hauler arrangement set up actually really affects the performance of the fort. I don't mean like the computer performance or whatever, but just the how fast things happen in the fort itself. You know, as I said before, I'll have haulers that are dragging all the wood down here, and then Mr. Carpenter just needs to grab the wood quickly. I'll have haulers that are putting all the stone in here, so that the mason just has to grab stone quickly. Usually the mechanic will have stone near him as well, for the same reason. The textiles is done, so my miners are bored. Oops, I keep zooming in by accident. Miners, where are you? You do that too. You haul stuff, because I really want to get what trade I can right now. Here, I want to zoom back in a little. There we go. That should be good. Yeah, it makes a big difference. I find having all that stuff set up. Just like having wheelbarrows can make a big difference. Although one of the weird things with wheelbarrows is that if you have wheelbarrows in a stockpile, dwarves won't do anything with that. They won't bring items to that stockpile unless they can get one of the wheelbarrows. So, for example, if you build a huge stockpile, massive stockpile, with only one wheelbarrow assigned to it, only one person can be hauling stuff to that stockpile at any given time, because they'll want to use that wheelbarrow, which is kind of frustrating. It reminds me a lot of the zone issue, where only one dwarf can interact with a particular zone at a time. So I'm not sure if it's true with sand or even hauling, but I do know that with the pond stuff, pit and pond, so if you're trying to do farm irrigation and use the bucket brigade irrigation, if you set up like an 8 or 10 square pit zone, pond zone, only one dwarf will take buckets of water to it at a time. But if you set 8 single square pond zones, you can have 8 dwarves hauling buckets at a time, which you pretty much have to do. Water evaporates so fast that unless you want like a, hey, migrants, yay, unless you want like a 3, pardon me, I have a hiccup, unless you want like 3 or 4 square farm, or if you want to set it up where you're literally dumping a bucket on every square instead of dumping it in the middle and hoping that it sort of spreads out, you have to set up the zones properly, otherwise things just go haywire. So it looks like we've got 6 or probably 6 dwarves here. That is much better than not 6 dwarves. You guys haul all the things. I don't need you to do anything else for just now. All you need to do is haul. You guys don't need to haul anymore. So I need to assign some more digging, and is it my mechanic that got hijacked? No, my mason. Yeah, I need to assign some masonry. So what else do I want? Whatever. Rock, door. No. Rock, door. Give me 10 of those just for something to do. And my haulers are all busy. This guy. Request my trader at the depot. He's busy drinking, but hopefully he'll come do his thing soon. And actually, I've got enough haulers now that I'm not going to have him haul anymore either. He can be idle all the time. You know, it kind of sucks having one guy that's idle all the time, but honestly, once you get up to, 20, 30 dwarves or whatever, having one that's idle like half the time, same with like a doctor, it doesn't really matter that much. And then the advantage is you have him, he's always available to do the things that he actually needs to do. Like in this case, setting up work orders or trading at the depot or any of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I prefer to just have them free all the time. So what can we get? What do we want here? Look at all this stuff. This is a place where, let me tell you, I would like to see some improvements. This should be way wider. This should be, the text part should be wider, the text part should be wider, but this whole panel should be wider, probably to here. It doesn't need to be built for a full widescreen monitor, but it looks like it was designed for like 640 by 480, which I know this is an old game, and he's busy putting new stuff into it instead of changing old stuff, and I can only fault him so far, but let me tell you, it's really frustrating. At least there's there will be text mod, or text will be text. There will be text. What the heck? Text will be text mod is in now, so this stuff is all proper text tiles instead of the graphics tiles, which makes a big difference. It's actually way better. So I think the likelihood of the guy who wrote text will be text ever seeing this video is extremely slim. But on the off chance that he does, or she does, I'm not actually sure. Thanks very much. It's amazing. I love what text will be text has done. It improves a lot of things. It fixes a lot of little issues. So thanks a lot. Awesome work. This is another place where DF hack is great. Instead of picking how many and then moving down, shift enter again, just it does them all. You don't have to pick a number. I don't need that. So, I don't really care about plump helmets. I should get lots of those anyway. I would rather a little bit of variety. So I'll get all these fishes. Lobsters, actually, but... Trade. You are a greedy bastard. No, I don't think I'm going to give you double the value. Forget it. No, forget it. Okay, good enough. Now, I'm not sure if I want to try to get some cloth. Don't think I care about that right now. I kind of want drinks. think drinks are the main thing. Are there any in here? Do we have any drinks? Mog juice. I don't even know what that is. It sounds kind of gross. Looks like that might be it for drinks. Yep. Alright. Well, that might be close to it for my money anyway. Huh. Good. I've got a little bit left. So yeah, here I don't have enough people that I'm really going to worry about a military yet. You know, having one guy in military is not really worth it. You need a few at least so that they can train together. So I don't know if I really need any leather. I can always cut up one of the goats or the axe. Sorry, the sheep. Or the axe if I really need leather that bad. Although I don't have a butcher at the moment. But let's buy some cheap leather because it's cheap. Not bloody likely, pal. What did I just say to you? Not bloody likely, pal. Okay, there we go. Maybe some of the cheaper cloth. There's not much, but go with it. Again, most of that stuff I'm just picking up just in case we get moods. Because yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to lose a dwarf to a mood. And some more food, I think. So we 50. If we're lucky, he'll take that. No, he really won't. I won't take that either. Good enough. Okay, so that's it. There's my trading. All done. I might have some more stuff coming. I guess I could look here. Yeah, I do have some more crafts coming. So those might get here in time to... Well, there's quite a few. You can do the shift enter thing here as well, if that's ever useful to you guys. So I do have some more crafts coming, which hopefully they'll get there in time that I can do some more trading. But they might not. Well, I do have more haulers now, but and I also have my delightful diggers. Where's metal? Metal. So dig that out here. This is going to be cloth storage, and this one, whoops, I don't know what I just did, but I didn't want to do it. This will be leather storage. I'm just cutting this other stuff off just to make sure they open up the top two first, because that's storage. The top two are the storage areas. I want those dug out first, and then once those are free, I'll worry about digging out the workshop areas. Yeah, so that's good. We got to trade in. Oh, geez, I haven't been paying attention to the time. I'm running up on almost 40 minutes here, so I'm going to pause this. I'm going to break here, and that will be the end of episode 3. Again, we managed to get our first trade in fairly successfully. I still might trade a little bit more, so that's pretty cool. But all in all, I think we're doing fairly well. We're starting to get industry going. Got a decent haul of migrants and things like that. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in episode 4.